Hello everyone, my name is Darren Wong. Hello everyone, my name is Darren Wong, and I'm a student in UCSI University Sarawak campus, which is located in the Sarawak state of Malaysia. And as you can see from the slides, today I'll be presenting my final individual project, which is for the course of the BHC 2013 as Business Research Method. Now, the topic of this individual final project will be the article review on the determinant factors influencing the consumer intention on online shopping in Kuching. Now, for the introduction, which is the chapter 1, for the background of the story, ever since internet has first exists, our lifestyle, our ways of communicating, our ways of interacting with each other has changed drastically, and after a period of time, e-commerce has emerged. Now, e-commerce can be referred as the exchange of data, product, and service via the internet. And in that e-commerce, there are a legal section called online shopping. Now, online shopping is referred to as the exchange of product service via the internet without going through the immediate process, which means they don't have to go through retail shops and other shopping malls such as. Now, continue on. The reason why this topic is kind of interesting is because ever since the smartphone invented and due to the rising case of COVID-19, online shopping has steadily climbed up as one of the most powerful ways to get your products and service or book services. Now, on to the purpose statement in this study. In this study, the purpose statement will be to determine and understand the factors that influence the consumer intention on online shopping in Kuching. The factors that influence consumer intention will be known as the independent variables, and in that variables will be the attitude towards the behavior, subjective norms, perceived behavior control, and customer satisfaction. For the dependent variable will be the consumer intention. Now, continuing on, for the research objectives in this study, the main objective is to determine the relationship between the attitudes, subjective norms, perceived behavior control, and customer satisfaction or the consumer intention on the usage of online shopping in Kuching. And for the research objectives, is to determine the relationship between the attitudes and the consumer intention on the usage of online shopping. And continue on will be the same, such as the subjective norms and consumer intention is to determine the relationship between those two. Continuing on to determine the relationship between perceived behavior control and consumer intention, and to determine the relationship between customer satisfaction and consumer intention. For the hypothesis will be that for each of the research objective, for each of the research objective mentioned before, there is a significant relationship between all those variables and the consumer intention. Now, for the theoretical framework used in this study, I go with the theory of planned behavior invented by Isaac Azen, which is a theory that focuses on the psychological theory of beliefs towards the behavior. As you can see from the conceptual framework that I have come up with, I retain the three original independent variables and add in the new independent variables, which is the customer satisfaction. Now for the literature review, which is chapter 2. In the literature review, there's the theory of planned behavior, the consumer intention, the attitudes, the subjective norms, the perceived behavior control, and the customer satisfaction. Now, for the theory of planned behavior is as referred to as a psychology theory that links beliefs taught to behavior. For the consumer intention, it is referred to as the consumer's degree of willingness to obtain a product or attitude towards a specific purchasing behavior. For the attitude, is referred to as a person's general evaluation regarding a given identity such as object, an issue, or a person. For the subjective norms, it is referred to as the perceived social pressure or consumers influencing them to perform certain behavior. For the perceived behavior control, which is referred to as the perception of the difficulty of enacting a behavior. And for the customer satisfaction, it is referred to as a measurement that determines how satisfied a customer are with a company's or seller's product, service, and capabilities compared to their expectations. Now for the research methodology, which is the last chapter, which is chapter 3. Now for the research design, the nature of this research will be the quantitative research and online survey questionnaire survey will be used as the means to collect data from our respondents, and we'll be sending these questionnaire surveys via social media. And for the data analysis, statistical package for the social science SPS version 35 will be used for the analyzing of the data. Now for the sampling design in this research will be the non-probability sampling design. And for the sampling method in this research, the target population will be the Kuching citizens that use online shopping platform such as Shopee, Lazada, Zalora, and Taobao. And for the sampling size will be 150. Now, for the source of data, which is the data collection method for this research, will be categorized as primary data and secondary data. Now, for the primary data, is referred to as the original data gathered by research first-hand through questionnaires, interviews, and experience, and etc. And for the secondary data, it's referred to as the data that previously collected from primary sources and made available to researchers such as me, by books, by personal sources, journals, newspapers, and websites. Now, for the research instrument used in this study will be the questionnaire via on Google Forms and can be considered as an online questionnaire. And this online questionnaire will be delivered to the respondents via social media such as Facebook, WhatsApp, WeChat, Instagram, and etc. And for the data analysis, like I mentioned before, SPSS will be used in this data analysis, and it is referred to as a software package used for the analysis of statistical data. Now, in this software package, nominality tests, outline tests, reliability, validity tests, descriptive analysis, inferential analysis, Pearson correlation analysis, Cambridge alpha, and the regression analysis all can be used and can be tested in this software package. Basically, every data that are collected in this study can be tested using software package to all the testers that I mentioned before. And for the conclusion of this presentation, the purpose of this study is to determine and understand the factors that influence the consumer intention on online shopping in Kuching. Now, the theoretical framework used in this study will be the theory of planned behavior by Isaac Eisen. For the nature of this study is a quantitative research. The sampling design used in this study will be the non-probability sampling, and the data collected through will be through primary and secondary data. And for the questionnaire surveys via Google Form will be distributed by social media. And lastly, the SPS version 25 will be used to analyze the data in this study. And that is all. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you have a great day ahead. Thank you.